ThaBoxingvoice.com. Here with Shawn Simpson, Chicago's own. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Now, obviously, in town for the fight this weekend, big fight, unification match. We don't get these too often. I was doing a little research. This is only the 11th welterweight unification in the last 40 years. So, you know, that said, like I said, we don't get these too often. How do you see the fight playing out? We got two great fighters in Shawn Porter and Errol Spence. Shawn's been champion multiple times. How do you see it play out come Saturday night?
I got Earl in a close fight. You know, I just think Earl just too big, too strong, and I think Shawn's style is like, you know, it kind of fits Earl. You know, fight. You know, pretty easy for him to fight. You know, Shawn is not a boxer or a mover like that, and Earl like to sit in the pocket and, you know, walk fighters down. So I think that's how it's gonna play out.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, you just fought on the Lara undercard in Minneapolis, correct?
Yeah.
Now, talk to us about where you at in your career right now. You were a little bit inactive. For those that don't know you, I mean, you were in the Olympic trials with a lot of these guys like Earl and E Bunny and a lot of these guys, correct?
Yeah. I was Olympic alternate. I lost to Rashid Warren in the finals in the Olympic trials. So I just fought. What was that? August 31st.
31st.
Yeah. I just fought August 31st. So I'm looking to get back in the next month, December, at least one more time before the year is over with. So that's what we looking at now.
Now you've faced a little bit of inactivity throughout your career, but now you've been getting those fights in. Where do you stand like promotionally? Are you contracted to anybody? Like, where are you at?
Now, I'm not contracted with nobody, but I've been doing a lot of work with Al, so that's where we at right now. So I'm gonna just continue to keep fighting on them cards and things like that.
Now, what do you think it'll take for you to maybe put yourself in line and position to fight for perhaps a regional title, you know, an interim belt, things along those lines to get you in the rankings and put you eventually down the line for a title shot? What's it going to take from you to be able to get that done?
Just more consistency. We already talked to my team and things like that, so by sometime next year, I'll be fighting in the 10 round fights and, you know, fighting for like a NABA title or something like that.
Right, those regional titles, yeah. Exactly. Now, you still training with Montel?
Yeah.
You're training with Montel Griffin. Talk to us about that work, you know, being able to get that experience from a veteran like himself.
Oh man, his knowledge in the ring is amazing. So, you know, that's one thing that he got, and it helps me in the ring a lot. You know, everything he tells me, it works. So, you know, that's what we're gonna keep doing.
Now, lastly, just want your thoughts on Chicago boxing overall. We got Jessica McCaskill, who became unified champ earlier this year. Will be defending her title here in a couple weeks in Chicago. We got a couple other fighters. I mean, obviously, you got yourself in the mix. You got fighters like Josh Greer in the mix. Adrian Granado's in the mix. Talk to us about the state of Chicago boxing overall.
Man, Chicago boxing, it's coming up. You know, I was just at home before I came out here working with Jessica, helping her get ready for her fight coming up. I'm not coming back home. I'm gonna finish helping her out, and then you know, I see Adrian Granados is fighting Robert Easter.
Right.
You know, two friends of mine. You know.
How do you see that fight play out, man? Adrian has been in a lot of wars.
Yeah.
But that said, he's coming off of a stoppage loss. Like, he's fought the likes of Shawn Porter, of Adrian Broner, but they weren't able to stop him. Danny Garcia was. How do you see that fight between Robert Easter play out?
It's gonna be a good fight. You know, I knew that we knew Adrian Granados was sick. You know, going into that fight,
okay.
You know, he wasn't himself. So,
okay.
You know, I don't think that was the best Adrian Granados we've seen against Danny Garcia. So, you know, I want to see what this fight play out. Like, you know, it's an up to F fight because Adrian is tough.
Right.
You know, and if Robert don't throw enough punches or, you know, things like that, so it'll be nice to see. It'll be
Robert's first fight at 140. He's moving up. However, Adrian, I think, is a true 140 pounder, but he's been fighting at 147
because he don't get the opportunities.
Right. So. Also, just want your thoughts real quick. I know there's been some competitiveness between yourself and Josh Greer in the past, but how do you see basically where he's at right now, setting himself up to get maybe a title opportunity here shortly?
Yeah, all that stuff old, man. We cool now, you know. We talk and everything like that. So it's respect between me and him, you know. he hit me up when he was just in Chicago and things like that, and I hit him back.
For sure.
You know, nothing but respect for him, and the same goes. So I wish nothing but the best for him in his career, you know.
Yes, sir. Well, champ, thank you very much. We're going to
problem.
get in here, watch these weigh-ins.
Yes, sir.
Look forward to seeing you very soon back in the ring.
All right.
Well, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to hit the like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.